Hi, everybody. It's Cindy here with Stampin' Chick Creations. How are you? It is Monday. What day is it? It is Monday, February 10th, 2025. So welcome and hello. As you hop on, say hello so that I know that you're here. And I know that I'm not talking to myself because a lot of times I am here talking to myself. So it's Monday. It's been an absolute 100% typical Monday. I love Mondays usually, but today took the cake. Today 100% took the cake. So I'm happy to be here with you. Not sure how many of you watched Super Bowl. I did not. Do you know what I did last night? I actually came to the house, to the studio, and I gathered up a whole bunch of supplies. And then I went home and I got ready all of the packages. I just realized I'm missing a whole screen. Hi Pam, hi Stacy. I packaged up the packages for those people who participated. Words are hard today. Participated in my challenge last week. So I have quite a stack to send out, so I am sending those out. I had them already, was going to put them in the mailbox at work today, and I thought I should probably put a little extra postage on those just in case. So I will do that tomorrow, and I will put them in the mail. So thank you to everybody who participated. That's what I worked on, and then I brought home a kit, and I worked on a kit. Which kit did I work on? Oh, actually, I worked on my paper pumpkin from, I guess, January. And oh my gosh, it's the one with the hearts. I don't know how many of you guys got that, but it's pretty. I was like, oh, I don't want one with the hearts. Like, I don't want Valentine's Day ones, but so pretty. Like, so pretty. That's not really Valentine's Day, right? It's just kind of like hearts. Hearts. Everybody needs hearts. So, yeah, so that's what I did last night. And then I went to bed. Yeah, because I kind of felt like I was coming down with something. You know, you get that feeling. So, but I did not. Knock on wood. Not yet, anyway. So, as you hop on, say hello and let me know you're here so that I know my friends are here. I hope you're going to like tonight. It's pretty much tonight is pretty much a whole class. I'm giving you a whole free class is what I'm doing tonight. And so when I told Maya, she's like, Mom, why are you doing that? That's like a whole class. And I'm like, because you know what? Why not? Right? So I'm feeling kind of like that anymore. Why not? So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed tonight. So I did ask, oh, perfect. Thank you, Laren. That's awesome. I did ask you what you wanted to see because sometimes, you know, I overthink things and I stress myself out and I do all these things because I want to make sure I'm adding value to you, for you. And I didn't know what to do this time. So I like to mix it up. And somebody mentioned Vellum, and I was like, that is perfect. Thank you, Kathy. I love you guys. That's why. So I thought Vellum is perfect because it's a hidden gem. It's a hidden gem in the book, and I talked about it this week or last week in one of my posts. I know it was kind of long, so you probably didn't read it all, but Vellum is amazing. It's amazing. I don't know why everybody doesn't have that. I think Vellum intimidates some people, and they kind of go, "Ooh, I don't know what to do with it," so then they just don't do anything, right? So I'm going to show you I think there's 4 ways that you can use Vellum. And the one's pretty simple. Like, it's pretty basic, but we're going to get into doing stained glass. Like, has anybody done stained glass before? So we're going to do stained glass. I just decided the last minute to throw that one in. So I don't even have the card made, but I have something in my head I want to do. And what else do I have? I don't know. Let's just go do it. How about that? Okay, let's get started because this one's going to be a long one. So as you are watching, please be sure to comment so I know you're here still. All right, what am I doing? I got to get my mojo going here. Like I said, it's been a Monday. Okay, my lighting. All right, so let's start with, so I kind of got things ready last night and now everything's kind of in a bit of a mess. So... oh, let's start with this one. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, look at this one. Hang on. Wait. I'm going to use a stamp set tonight. So if you know me, you know that my daughter is a huge dinosaur fan. Her and her friends, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't pretend to understand it. They love dinosaurs, okay? Like my daughter probably has like 50 stuffed dinosaurs. Everything she sees dinosaurs, we have to get it. Now, please keep in mind, my daughter is going to be 18 next month. So we're not talking a child here. So anyway, as soon as I saw this one, I was like, oh yes, we need to get this one because you know what? These dinosaurs are cute. I don't care what you say. They're cute and you can use them for multiple occasions. Okay. So we're going to use Darling Dinosaurs. Last night was the first time I actually opened it up, which I'm so disappointed with myself, but, cause I love this one. This one's super, super cute. So I'll show you the card. Do you want to see the card first? No, let's just go make it. Okay. I am using a piece of Highland Heather. Highland Heather. I think this one's Highland Heather. It might be Gorgeous Grape. I don't know. These two I find are really hard to tell apart. So I thought I had to score that, but I don't because this one's already done for me. So my bone folder. Okay, so Highland Heather. And then I just took a piece of Vellum. So Vellum comes, let me grab the pack of paper actually, just so that I'm giving you proper information. So this comes in a pack of 20 pages, I believe. Oh, I hope this isn't an old pack. This might be an old pack. Ooh. I think it's 20 pieces. And it's like, let me put that over there. It's like see-through-ish, kindas, right? This is not even the right size. What was I thinking last night? Oh, here, let's try this one. That's what I want. Okay, so it is clear-ish. It's translucent. Is that the word I'm looking for? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use our swirly embossing folder. Okay, and I'm going to just emboss my vellum. So this is technique number one. I don't even know if I'd really call this a technique, to be quite honest, because I feel like it's kind of just one of those things. But I'm going to show you how cute this can be when you emboss. Okay. So now the thing with embossing vellum, hang on, I'm coming back. The thing with embossing vellum is that it can crack because vellum is, it's thinner, obviously, than our cardstock, right? So you have to be really, really careful with this. So it does crack sometimes, just depending on which embossing folder you're using. Now, you can, I have to watch how I say this because this is a big debate. I say you cannot use just regular glue on this. I've had people challenge me on that. So my experience, my 19 years of experience, is that glue dots is the best option for doing embossing and using this as a background. Okay, so now more than like a liquid glue. Okay, now can you buy vellum glue? Yes, you can. We don't sell it at Stampin' Up, but you can purchase it. My experience personally has been that it doesn't work that well. Okay. So, but I've had people say they swear by it. So again, I feel like it's personal preference. I prefer to use glue dots. And what I'm doing is I'm actually putting the glue dots as close to the edges as I can and one in the middle because I know I'm going to cover up the middle, right? So I'm going to just place this here. Hopefully straight. Hopefully straight. Do you think I can do straight tonight? Yeah. No, apparently I can't because look, I just did that crooked. Straight is a very difficult thing in my world apparently today. Okay, so now, oops, see what I mean when I say it can rip? I just ripped that. So now what I like to do is I like to push this down with my bone folder. And as you push it down, you don't really see it at all. I mean, you might if you look super close, but for the most common person, they're not going to be looking at your card that closely. Now, I am going to take a piece of, actually, the one I was using yesterday was Granny Apple Green, and I pulled this one out, and I'm not even 100% sure what color this is. It looks like Lemon Lime Twist. So anyway, I'm using it because I'm not cutting a whole piece of paper for one little card. So you guys will adjust to the fact that this maybe is not the current color, and you know how much I dislike doing that, but you also know that I am frugal and I don't like to waste paper. So this piece is 3 inches by 4, so I'm going to cut this one at 2 3/4, which is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. Now, I'm going to keep these glue dots out because I'm going to need them for my next card. Okay, well, maybe I did not really do that correctly. But anyway, okay, let's carry on. Let's pretend like I kind of know what's going on. I have very little room to operate here because I'm a bit of a hot mess tonight. Okay, so I'm going to use this little chunky dinosaur. I know they all have names, and I don't know what kind they are, but if Maya were here, she would be able to tell me. So I'm going to use my Memento Black, and I'm going to stamp Mr. Dinosaur. I just re-inked my black before I went on camera, so let's see how well he does. I'm going to go about there. Okay. Cute. All right, we'll take it. Now, I was going crazy looking for my blends last night. Oh yeah, Lemon Lime Twist. Is that a color? How come I don't have an ink pad in Lemon Lime Twist? Well, maybe I do and I just don't. Oh, never mind. I do. I just don't have the sticker on it. That's embarrassing. Okay, so I'm going to use this Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm going to do, no, not those ones. I'm going to do his tummy in Lemon Lime Twist. Okay. And maybe I'll do his dots in Lemon Lime Twist. Okay. How about that? And then, what if I brought in some Bermuda Bay? Is that even still a color? I don't think so. Okay, let's go do that one. I'm going to pull out all my old blends. Okay, let's use Summer Splash then, because I know Summer Splash is a color. And I'm going to do his little, what do we call these things? Do we know? I'm going to assume my friends all know. Joanne, I just looked over and I thought your post said good morning. And I was like, where are you? I thought you were in Florida. Okay, and I'm going to do his little toes in this color as well. And maybe his little fingernails. Okay. I like a dinosaur that is colorful. So let's go with this one. What is this? This is dark Highland Heather. Let's go light Highland Heather. Okay. And I'm going to do my dinosaur. I have seen some like amazing coloring and dinosaur cards done. And I've been like, oh, I want to play with that set. But I just have not had a chance as of yet. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually doing the bigger parts with my paintbrush end. And then I'm going to come and I'm going to do more of my fine tuning with the chisel end. And that's just preference. That's not a right or a wrong. That's just me. Because I don't see very well as I get older. I don't know why. But anyway, so stick with me because we're going to do 4 techniques tonight. So I'm going to try to get through these as quickly as I can. So as I'm doing this, I see there's more comments. I'm so sorry. I'm not scrolling. I love the dinosaur set too. Oh my gosh. Okay. So here's this little guy. He's cute. But you know what I was supposed to do? I was supposed to cut him out and pop him up. So anyway, we just won't worry about that. We'll just improvise tonight. How about that? I'll show you my original card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of, I'm going to take, what color is this? This is light balmy blue. And you have to ground your animals. Okay? Like, let's just get something clear here. We can't have animals just floating amongst mid-air. They have to be grounded. So if ever you are creating something with animals, please ground them, because they look silly otherwise. And I'm going to actually bring in this little thing right here, which is actually grass, I think. I think it's grass. And I'm using old olive, and I think this old olive is my one that's not amazing. So I'm going to stamp that one there. I'm going to stamp this one here. Okay. And then what I want to do is I'm going to close that one up, and then I'm going to come in with Summer Splash, I guess. Maybe. And then I'm going to say, what am I going to say here? I'm losing my voice. I'm going to say, you're the best. Summer Splash. So Summer Splash, excuse me, is one of the in colors. So it's one of our limited edition colors. You're the best. And then I'm going to say, I love you. So you do not need a lot of things to make beautiful cards, do you? Nope. Okay. Now, let me close this up so I don't get my fingers in it. Because if you know me, you know me. Okay, something's really bothering me about this dinosaur. Okay. Sorry, there's a spot on my dinosaur that was not colored correctly, and it was really triggering me. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the card I did last night, which is super cute, a little different, because I forgot to do something on this one, but that's all right. Okay. Wow, tonight's going to be one of those nights where nothing's going on straight, just FYI. Okay, and then I'm going to use my Tombow. I love Tombow. These dinosaurs, honestly, they're so adorable. I like how you can't even just not love them. And like most times I'd be like, oh, that's kind of more triggered towards kids. Uh-oh, is my screen frozen? There you go. I'm back. Don't ask me what happened. Is it working? Uh-oh. Stay tuned. Uh-oh. Hang on. There. Is it working now? There. Well, that was weird. Stacy, yes, the screen on my end was definitely frozen. Because I looked up and it was frozen. Okay, so here is the card. I guess we have to move super quick tonight, so we may not even get through all four. Okay, so here's the card that I just made. Here's the card I made last night. So the difference is I used different colors. And this one I popped up with dimensionals, which made it super cute. But you see how you can just use vellum just to create backgrounds, right? So like it doesn't have to be like this big extravagant technique that you have to do, right? Okay, so that's number one. Number two is you're going to take your vellum. And for this one, oh, let me close up. Hang on. Wait. I got to clean my stamps before I move on. Because if I don't do them right now, you know what's going to happen? They're not going to get done. Okay, so some of you guys were frozen and some of you weren't. Isn't that hilarious? I don't understand how this happens. I don't know if that actually is my internet that's doing that, or is that my confuser. Just when I think things are going to be okay. So I will tell you something. I don't like getting to anything political, so I just, please bear with me, but I'm going to vent for just about 30 seconds. So if you followed me for quite a while, you know that during COVID, I encountered a lot of internet issues. And there's not, I live very rural, and I don't have many options for internet. So the only option that I do have that is reasonably priced, and that's important to mention, because my internet bill was anywhere from, you know, I don't know, $700-800. I don't know. It was something stupid. So the only option I have is Starlink. And I know Starlink is a bone of contention and possibly going to be disabled for some, which is very frustrating to those of us who only have one option. But I get it. I get it. I get it. It's just frustrating. All right, so we're good. All right, so second technique. Here we go. So this one, I've decided I'm going to use the marbled paper. You guys are still with me, right? All of a sudden, I think I've lost a whole bunch of people, and I don't know why. So I'm going to use real red. I thought I could use this marbled paper. And then we're going to use a piece of vellum. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss this piece of vellum. Okay? So let's go do that with the embossing folder that I had set aside for us to do that with, which has now sprouted legs and walked away. Well, isn't that lovely? Okay. Well, now you guys got me all frazzled thinking that I've lost everybody. And I've lost my embossing folder. Found it. Don't anybody panic. Still here, still here. Okay, good, 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 good. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to emboss this over here on my embossing table. And I'm using, I'm getting rammy. I'm using the Starburst embossing folder. Okay? Okay, here we go. See the Starburst embossing folder? This is the free one from Celebration. So, I feel like my lighting is really weird tonight for some reason. Okay, so now what I like to do, see how this is curled? I'm going to take my glue dots. I'm going to try to do this. I don't know if this will be strong enough. Actually, when I did this the other day, I actually used my Stampin' Seal. Okay, so I'm just putting this onto my glass mat is what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that's going to stay. Okay, then I'm going to use my Real Red ink because my paper is real red. So you can use any color you want. Okay, and I'm going to drag this over my vellum. Okay, now this is where the glass mat is very nice because I can just wipe this off, right? So essentially what we can do is we can, if I had paper towels near me, I would take my Stampin' Cleaner and wipe this off, but I don't. So I'm going to have to take a baby wipe and wipe that off. So essentially what you can do now is color your own vellum, right? So now, although vellum is translucent, it doesn't have to be, right? I'm going to give that a second to dry, which is pretty cool, right? So let's go ahead. I'm just going to let that dry for just a quick second. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to adhere this down. This paper is so beautiful, like so incredibly beautiful. I love it because we don't really have anything like it, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to use this about here. Okay, and then I'm going to use my glue dots, because, you know, I like to use glue dots for this. And I take your pick tool. So if you're like me and can't feel your fingers, take your pick tool is an amazing tool. So again, I'm using the corners and my glue dots to adhere this down. Like this, and I'm going to put another one right here in the middle. There is one there from when I just put it down onto my glass mat, but I'm going to put another one down. Now, the thing is with vellum, FYI, vellum does not absorb the ink as well as like something else. So please be cautious when you do this, because you will end up with ink all over you. Okay? Because it doesn't absorb into the paper. Okay? So now what I could have actually done, if I was really on the ball and thinking, I probably would have put a piece of white behind that to make that pop even more. But what I'm actually going to do is, I had a roll of ribbon right here. And I'm going to use this right there. And I'm going to use some tear and tape. Now, the thing I'm going to warn you about tear and tape and vellum is that it does not stick well. You have to really push it down. It does not... Vellum and tear and tape are not friends, generally. So if you push this down really, really well, and then very carefully when you lift it, it will come. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run that across. I'm going to take my brand new paper snips. I'm going to trim. And I'm going to trim. Okay. And then, there's my card so far. Yeah, I really should have put white paper behind that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this stamp set here. It's called Hugs for Love. And I like this because it's not just Valentine's Day. You can see the theme here, right? Like, I don't like things that are just Valentine's Day. So I'm going to use this stamp, which has little hearts around it. But I mean, just because it has little hearts around it does not necessarily mean that it's Valentine's Day. Like, let's be real. Hearts can mean a lot of things. Oops, daisies. That's not really what I wanted it to do. I want to make sure it keeps its shape. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my Real Red again. And I'm going to stamp this. Now, I like to stamp then punch. That's just who I am most times. There will be times where I go against that rule. But 90% of the time, that's what we'll do. Okay? I'm going to close this Real Red up, because if you know me, Real Red and me are not friends. And then I'm going to take one of my smaller blocks, and I'm going to say, you and I make the best team. And the reason I'm using this one is because I feel like this is so generic. Like, I could send this to my sister, I could send this to my husband, I could send this to my daughter, I could send it to, like, just about anybody. Now, where is my punch? So here is my coordinating punch, which is so stinking pretty. I don't know if you've seen it. It's really pretty. It coordinates with the stamp set. And it's going this way. So, how do I want my card to go? I want it to go this way, I think. Okay. Close up my ink pad. Clean my stamp. And close this one up. Bam, bam, bam. Here we go. This one out of the way. Okay, you guys are still with me? Okay, and then you can see I've got red all over my paper. I'm really particular when it comes to punches, making sure that they all line up and everything's beautiful, which that one did not. That's okay. You wouldn't have known unless I told you, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, and I'm going to go 1, 2, take those off, right? And then I'm going to go boop. And then see these beautiful, oh, are these the ones I want? I had really pretty gold ones on my desk. I think I put them away. Nope, these are the ones I was thinking. I was thinking these. So these ones are what? What are these ones? Somebody was getting these ones. These are low profile dots. Oops. My take your pick tool is just bouncing around. Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the one I like to do this with. I'm not sure why these ones do not actually lift very nicely. And it's kind of a little bit. So I'm going to put one there. I'm going to place one up here. And I think I'll place another one about there. Okay. Now, let me show you the one I did last night, because it's a little different. I want to show you how different the same design can be. Okay. Hi, Denise. I didn't see you were here. Hi, Lynn. Okay, so this is the one from last night. Completely the same card, same embossing folder, different papers, right? But you can see how different they look. Okay, so that's technique number 2. Now, so those are 2 pretty basic ones, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to use this one. So it's funny that Lynn showed up, because as soon as I pulled this one out, the first person I thought of was Miss Lynn. Lynn's my neighbor. So, oops. Hang on. This operator's got to get her stuff together. Okay, so I'm using Grassy Grove for this one. I love this bundle. It's not one I use often, but it has its place. So this one is super fun. So you have probably seen this one before, this technique before, in a somewhat similar but different fashion. Okay. Now I'm going to use black for this. Oh, I just realized I don't have black front. Oh, yes, I do. I already cut it all. Okay. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take, what is this called? This one is Calypso Coral. I'm going to take, oh, nope, not that one. Hang on a second. I grabbed the wrong blue. I need, yeah, light boho blue. And then I'm going to come in with, nope. Hang on. I have a couple greens, and some of them are cocoa greens. Okay, and then a dark old olive. Okay. These are, I know, Lynn's like, this is my favorite bundle. I know. So these are the 3 colors that I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to start with Calypso Coral, and I'm going to use the paintbrush. Now, look at the tip of my Calypso Coral. It's awful. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come across, and I'm going to color. This is not how you're supposed to use your blends, by the way. So anybody that's like, yeah, it's okay. Don't panic. It's fine. I promise you. Okay, so that's Calypso Coral. Then I'm going to come in with my blue. I feel like I used a different blue yesterday, but that's baby because I need to go into the dark. I'm gonna, dark boho blue. Yeah, let's do dark boho blue. Okay, so I'm gonna do dark boho blue. Okay. I'm sure you have seen this done before in a different fashion, so you may not be shocked by this one, but okay. And then I'm going to use my dark old olive, which, oh, this is my good one. Okay. I have a really caca one too that I was using yesterday because I just ordered some new ones. Okay. Doesn't look like anything fancy, I know. All right, are we ready for the magic? Okay, I'm going to take this. This right here is our Stampin' Up! Spritzers. They're amazing. Everybody needs them. Okay, write it down. Spritzer. You need 99% alcohol. Okay? It has to be 99% or this will not work. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to spritz your alcohol on your paper. Now, I'm spritzing quite a bit. And the reason for that is because I want it to really blend and mush together. Whew, that alcohol is very, very strong. But you can see it kind of changing. I'm just getting a baby wipe together here to kind of wipe off my desk a little bit. Now, I want this to blend and blur. Now, I could actually use, ooh, this one's going to be cool. I could actually use my heat gun and blend and blur this and dry it. I personally feel that sometimes this works better doing it this way, just letting it naturally do its thing, right? Has anybody not seen this technique before? Hi, Judy. I'm sure you've seen it because I've done this before with making different shapes. Like you could do it like so it looks like a flower and those kind of things. I'm going to, for this is not white cardstock. This is actually vellum. Yeah, this is vellum, Judy. So I'm going to actually, for the sake of speeding this process up, I am going to take my heat gun to it, just because I want to get done all 4 cards tonight. So I'm just going to actually just take my heat gun and just let it, and I'm focusing more on the edges because that's where most of the water is, but you want to be super careful when you're doing this that you don't like overheat your paper or catch it on fire. That's super not a great thing to do, and I'm sure your local fire department would not love you for that, so please try not to do that. You've never seen this before? Oh my gosh, this is the whole class. I have actually done this technique as a whole class. And it's amazing what you get. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Now, let me just clean off my glass because I'm so particular. Okay. Now, what I have gone ahead and done for simplicity's sake is I pre-cut the base and stuff. So I'm just going to score this, keeping an eye on time. We should be able to get all 4 techniques done. Oh, friends, this is like a whole class. I'm telling you. You guys are getting spoiled tonight. Okay, so now, because this does curl like this, so you can actually kind of like force it to curl back. Okay. Or if you just let it sit or put something on it, it will eventually like lay flat again. It's because of the alcohol and those kind of things on your, and the inks. So again, what am I going to do? I'm going to actually use my glue dots. I'm putting these on the back. Now, in this case, it doesn't extremely matter that it's on the back. Or sorry, that it's on the corners. But it's a good habit to get into so that if you are using vellum, you just are trained that that's just how it is. Okay. So I'm going to take this off. And if I was smart, I would use my take your pick tool for this, but well, can't be all the brains in one day. Gotta save some brain cells for tomorrow. Okay. So let me think about this. I'm going to put this way. Actually, I should have done something, but anyway, you won't know the difference. So again, if I push these glue dots in, you guys are still with me. Okay. Is that pretty? Okay. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. I think this one turned out a lot nicer than my one last night. Okay. And then if I come in, hang on. Wait for it. Because this is like, I thought I had these all out last night. It's so funny to me. I get all these bull sales on my, like, texted to my phone. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but somewhere down the road, my phone number got given to a bull company. Okay, so here we go. So now I'm going to take my adhesive and I'm going to, so I'm just using my Tombow here, right? Try to stay in the thicker part of your card. There we go. Hang on, I gotta lift this up. There you go. Okay. Oops. Should have cut my vellum just a hair smaller. Can you see that? But wait, we have to put a deer in there, right? Because you can't have a forest without a deer. Nobody's seen this done before. You have to have seen this. I know. Lynn, as soon as I was sitting here doing this stuff last night and I thought, oh, what else can I do? I was like, this is a total Lynn card. I'm telling you, she's going to love this. So, and I'm going to use a pop-up, a dimensional, for my deer because I want him to pop out. He looks like he has a white belly. Actually, coming home tonight, there was like 10 deer in the field on Mandamin. Just past the riverbank, or the riverbank, the creek. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at all those deer. Okay, so there's that one. Now, of course, I could put my sentiment, right? I'm not going to get into that tonight because we're here about the technique. Okay, so let me show you the one I did yesterday. So this is the one I did last night. So depending on, like, I could have come down farther with my Calypso Coral and then down farther with my blue and had less green. But each one, see here, it looks like it's kind of got like, I don't know if you guys can tell. I'll take pictures of them and show you. But yeah, isn't that cool? So depending on the colors you use, you're going to get a completely different look. Okay, so that's our third technique. Now, our last technique is one that got me hooked on all the things. Just on all the things. I love this technique. It's called stained glass. I don't know how many of you guys have done stained glass. It's pretty freaking awesome though. And for this one, I'm going to actually use Umbrella Days. So another one that I just got, I have not been able to use it as of yet. So this is a great opportunity. I love it. I just have not had a chance to play with it yet. So tonight we're going to use it. Now, I have misplaced my embossing buddy. I have 3 embossing buddies. They have all sprouted legs and walked away. I was trying to use it for a class and they're gone. So if I was normally doing this, I would use my embossing buddy on my vellum. Okay. Oh, sorry, which bundle? This one is Grassy Grove. Mary Lou, it's Grassy Grove. And there's another one that coordinates with this one. Is it called In the Grove? Maybe? But it has these stamps that are beautiful. And it also has these dies. So it has the tree set that I just used. It has a big deer, a little deer. It has this, I think, cuts these trees out, I think, doesn't it, Lynn? Or no, it's for the mountains. I think it's for those mountains. And then it's got some of these other trees, and it's actually really great. And then you can stamp your deer and then die cut it as well. Okay, so it's a really, really great set. Okay, so Umbrella Days. I like this one. It has a die set. It's new. I don't know if it's an online exclusive. I can't remember. But it has some pretty cool dies as well. You can make your own umbrellas. It's got some like grassy stuff going on here. It's got the boots. It's got a couple different things. So I want to use this one. I don't know if I can use this, so we might pull it out. I'm going to pull out the dog. And then I don't know about a sentiment yet. Okay, let's just see how we make out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so for this one, under normal circumstances, I would use my embossing buddy, which I don't know where in the heck my embossing buddies. They've all run off together. Yes, In the Grove. Yes, perfect. Okay, so I'm using Versamark here. Now, if you're not familiar with Versamark is a clear, what do they call this? It's a watermark stamp pad. It's clear. It's very, very sticky. And the reason I'm sticking mine, the reason I am stamping mine, thank you, those are words. See, I told you words are hard. Mondays, words are so hard, I'm telling you. So much is because my Versamarks are very, very dry, and I've tried to order the refill a few times, and every time I go do it, it's on back order. So I'm going to stamp my girl here. And I know she's a girl because she has a very long ponytail and she's wearing hunter boots. Okay, so you won't see anything here yet. Now, I'm going to bring in my tray. Okay, and our embossing powder has changed. Did you know that? Our embossing powder is now, wow, embossing powder. So I'm going to pour this on. Okay, I'm just using black. So for this one, you get 3 colors. You get white, black, and clear. I'm going to tap that off. I'm going to flick. That's a very technical term. Now, I have over stamped her boots. So I'm going to very carefully. You hear my cat? It's my barn cat. So this is where the embossing buddy is critical. So it'd be really awesome if I knew where mine was, or any of my 3 were, would be even better. Because what happens, people like say, oh, you don't need the embossing buddy. Yeah, I beg to differ. You actually do, because it does remove the static. Now, I've heard people say, oh, you could use a dryer sheet, a used dryer sheet. Yeah, you can. It's not amazing, but I'm kind of okay with how this turned out, so I'm going to just go with it. Because I feel like if I mess around with it too much, it's going to mess up on me. So I'm just going to heat emboss this. I'm going to put the lid on this right now, and I'm going to put this over here to the side. Okay, now stay with me. I'm not going to try to talk while I'm doing this because you probably won't hear me anyway. But you should be able to see this changing from a powder to a liquid. Okay, it goes relatively quick. Now, I'm annoyed by this, to be quite honest, because I can see a little flecks of embossing powder, which I know I wouldn't get if I had my embossing buddy. So I'm really annoyed. I'm going to have to order another 10 just so that I have them. Okay, so how many of you have seen stained glass done before? You guys answer me while I put my embossing powder back into my container so we don't end up with a disaster. Because if you've been around me when I emboss, you know it's a disaster. Stained glass is an old technique. Maybe it's one we should be doing in technique class. I feel like we have done in technique class. Oh, maybe not. Ah, maybe I should have been. Oh, now I got caca embossing powder in my brand new embossing powder. Nope. Okay. Nobody has seen this. What? Well, good thing you're here then. Because I got a treat for you. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. Okay? Like love with a capital L. Like you're going to say, Cindy, where was this my whole life? And I'm going to say, what? I don't know. Okay. I've embossed. I was thinking of last technique. Don't think so. Okay. So I've embossed it. It's dry. It's fantastic. I'm going to flip this over. Okay. That's the key. You have to flip this over. And I am going to color with my blends. You know what? Do I want to do this with my blends? I'm not going to do this with my blends. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do this with my Stampin' Write markers. And the reason I'm doing that is because these Stampin' Write markers, you can actually get 2 packages of these free right now if you join my team. So I'm using Daffodil Delight. Okay. And I'm coloring her boots yellow. The other thing is to consider is that blends, because they're alcohol based, they will bleed through. These ones will not. Okay. Okay. So her boots are going to be yellow. Her pants, I think we should do them in Night of Navy because she could be wearing jeans. Okay. Her pants are blue. Okay. What color do we want her coat to be? I'm thinking, let's do her coat in Petunia Pop. Oh, Kathy, you're in for a good one. Okay, Petunia Pop for her coat. So remember, if you join my team before the end of February, there's a huge promotion on right now. And there's extra perks if you join my team because I do special things for my team that other people don't do. So just keep that in mind as you pick a leader. It's important to know who you're signing up under. I wish I had done some research on mine years ago. Okay. There we go. I'm going over this more because I really want the color to come through. Okay. I really want it to pop for you. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I'm going to do her hair in brown, dark brown, I guess. So this is early espresso. Okay, early espresso. And then I want to do her umbrella in, ouch, not that one, this one. What's this one? What is this one? Summer Splash. Okay. There's a couple key things you have to know about this. 1, you should emboss. 2, you need to flip this over and color on the back. That's very important, and sometimes it's hard to tell. So just pay attention to what you're doing and where you're coloring. Now, I have seen people do this with just black Memento ink. I guess it works. I prefer it with the embossing powder. But I mean, I guess to each their own. And again, I'm going to go over this a couple times because I just want to really make the color pop. So these are our Stampin' Right markers. These are completely different than our blends. Our blends are alcohol based. These are water based. Okay, keep that in mind as you're coloring and picking and all those things. But you can actually get 2 whole color families for free right now, or you can pick extra product. I think it's like an extra $41 or something silly like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take, do I want to do this? Because I think I want to put this down. I'm going to put this down. This is Pool Party. Okay, remember I said about grounding. Okay, kitty. I know, honey. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Now, looks pretty, right? Does that look pretty? Okay. Would it not look prettier? I feel like I have embossing folder or powder on here. I'm going to use Summer Splash bottom. Okay. Here's the trick to stained glass. Yes, Kathy, backside, color on the backside. And this is why. I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip this over for a second. I'm going to put this down. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I want to show you. Okay. So here's my Summer Splash. That looks pretty cool, right? Can you see that? Looks pretty nice. Kind of bland, right? But it looks nice. But then what happens if you put it behind white? It completely pops up. The colors just come to life. Okay, I know it's really super hard to see on camera, but the colors just become completely vibrant. Okay, so it's super important that you color on the back. Now, I'm going to do a couple things. I have a little dog here. I feel like the dog needs to kind of come along for the ride. And I feel like we could actually maybe put some rain down. And then a sentiment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. But again, I want to use my glue dots to do that. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool as soon as I put my eye on it right here. And we are going to, so, and again, keeping in mind that when you do this, okay, the ink will not absorb into the vellum like it would if it was just a white piece of cardstock. Okay. Now, I could put a piece on her coat. I'm going to leave it. Now, this is really, really cool. If you were to cut this out like in an oval and then have an overlay on top of it, then you know, it looks awesome. I'm not doing that just for simplicity's sake. I just want to show you the technique. I don't really want to get into the making the card like amazing. You guys can all make cards amazing. You don't need me to show you how to make amazing cards. You guys got that part down pat. Okay, now, again, I wish you could see this in person. You cannot see the glue dots. Okay? Cannot see the glue dots. So, oh, I'm so silly. That's okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stamp the dog, and I'm going to cut him out. I meant to stamp the dog. I meant to stamp the dog before I put the paper down, because I was going to color him on the back. I meant to emboss him, but that's okay. We will pivot here for just a second, and I'm going to stamp the dog in black, and I'm going to color him, and then I will just cut him out and pop him up. Where is my black ink pad? Right here. Found it. Don't anybody panic. I got it all under control. Okay, so here's my little dog. Isn't he adorable? You know me and dogs. I love me some dogs. I'm going to color him beige. Might look a little bit like Fern. Fern's not... Oh, that is a terrible marker. I'm not sure what's going on there. Why am I using this? I don't need to use this. Silly me. I could use this one. Oops. So if you've watched my post, you know that we have a new puppy. She's adorable. She causes us a little bit of grief sometimes, but... I need to reinvest in some of my blends. Oh my goodness. I can never remember when I'm placing my order which ones I need. So then I just don't get any because I think, oh, I'll just get those later, and then I never do. And okay. And I want to actually color the collar on this. The same color as my cardstock. Okay, now where's my stamp set? Because I'm going to... Oh boy, Cindy and Lulu. Here. We are. I just put stuff everywhere and then I forget where I put it. Okay, here's my puppy dog. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to cut my puppy dog out like this, right? And then I'm going to pop him up. Here. And here. And then right here. Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention is if you signed up for my February Elite group, you're in for a real treat. So the product just arrived, so I need to cut and prep and get everything out the door. So it might be a little bit delayed, but rest assured it's coming. But you are going to be okay with the wait, I think, because this month, it's awesome. Well, every month is awesome, but this one's especially awesome. Okay, puppy. Let's put the puppy about here. Stay away on my puppy. Yeah, let's put the puppy over here. Oh, maybe not that close. There. Okay. And so this can go on here. Like, this is not like the most beautiful card. But I'm going to put a sentiment probably right there. Okay, again, technique. So I would probably do this with an overlay of an oval. Yes, that's exactly, Kathy, that's exactly. Oh, there's my sister. Hi, Fernanda. Exactly, that would be a perfect one to do this with. So, where is my glue? Right here. So yeah, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. So you could like cut this like an oval out and lay it on top. So then she's just peeking through. So then you don't have all this white. I just don't care for the white personally, but again, I'm not making the card to like ooh and awe you right now. I'm doing the card so you can see the technique. That's the whole sole purpose of this. And again, you should use your embossing buddy because like, look, can you see the flex? Oh, that drives me crazy. But again, I have no idea where I put mine. Someplace safe. There's someplace super duper safe. But yeah, so like, oh, you know what I just realized? I'm so silly. These are supposed to be rain going this way. Actually, I guess this way. They're supposed to be raindrops. I was doing them down here to be puddles. Oopsies. So yeah, see, don't ever listen to me. So this one says, you are the umbrella to my rainy days. The storm will end and the sun will shine again. And then be brave. So this would be super cute. Like you could do a scene with like the girl and then the little boy. Or like the kid. I guess, I don't know if it's a boy. But it could be like the mom and the son. It could be the mom and the daughter. Like whatever. Like just kind of do a scene with that. And then the puppy dog maybe looking up at this character right here. That would be super cute. Like you could actually do it this way and then do 1, 2, and then, oh my gosh. Friends, that's amazing. Okay. Let me see. We've got such a mess going on right now. Where are my cards? Where be my cards? Let's go take a look at what we did tonight. And then you're going to sign off. Okay. So do you want a challenge for this week? Is anybody up for a challenge this week? Or are you challenged out? Okay, so this was my one from last night. This is my one from tonight. Okay, difference is one's popped up and one's not. Different colors, same thing. Okay, so that's just embossing the vellum. Then we have this one, which is dragging your embossing folder, or your stamp pad across your embossing folder. This one you can't tell. It actually doesn't look like that's what happened, so I should have put white behind it. This one you can see more prominently. This one, right, is doing it with our alcohol and our blending brush, or blends. And then this one is doing stained glass. Okay, so here's my challenge to you. If you send out 2 cards this week using one of these techniques, okay? Doesn't matter which one. I don't care. Use whichever one you want. Then I will send you a gift. Okay? If you don't have Vellum and you want to participate in the challenge anyway, if you send out 2 cards, I will send you a gift. Okay? So the whole purpose here is to bring sunshine and happiness to others. That is the goal right now. Okay? So get your list together. Pick your technique. These are both all these techniques are super easy to do. That's your challenge. And all you have to do is by next Monday, tell me that you've sent them out. I would love for you to send out more than 2. 2 is pretty low. I feel like we could do more than 2. I feel like we could do 4. Let's do 4. I'm changing it. We're doing 4. Okay? 4 cards, either using a technique or 4 cards as it is. Doesn't matter. You message me and you just tell me, hey, Cindy, I sent out 4 cards. And I'm going to say, perfect. I'm going to send you a gift. Okay? Is that fair? Is anybody not okay with that challenge? Does anybody want to challenge me on the challenge? No? No? Oh, just looking for a challenge today. All right. Did you love that? Did you enjoy that class? Because that's a full out class. That is something I would typically do as a class, those 4 cards. And you just got that for free tonight. So, enjoy it. I hope you take these and put them into use and try them. And let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm curious, right? I'm always interested to see, like, if people have tried things or done things or not done things or what have you, right? So, yeah. And don't forget, you can get 2 families of these markers right now until February 28th if you join my team. So, or you can get extra product. You can use vellum another way. That is only 4 very simple ways to use vellum. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Lauren. Yeah. Okay. If you can come up with some pretty awesome techniques, go for it. And if you do, Lauren, I would love to hear what you did, because I'm always going, oh yeah, I forgot about that one, right? Okay. 4 cards, either using vellum or just 4 cards. By next Monday, you do that, I'm going to send you a gift. That's it. That's as simple as it is. Okay. If you want to post your cards on the page, go for it. If you want to post it in my VIP group, go for it. You want to send it to me, go for it. Okay. I will post them for you. Vellum is very inexpensive considering all the hundreds of uses you can do with it. So like, don't let that like deter you. Like, you're like, oh, I don't have vellum. Oh, I don't need another thing. Like, you probably don't. Let's be honest. We don't all need something else. Like, let's be real. But vellum is one of those things that you don't use all the time, right? You use it certain times. Like, you could use it as a strip. You could just use it. Like, you don't have to use full pieces. Like this one, it's just half of what I would normally use, right? So you don't need a lot on that one. This one too, you know, you could have just used the vellum instead of the green. Made this green and just use that small piece. So you don't have to use full sheets, I guess is what I'm saying. So the Stampin' Write markers, Lynn, are these thin, narrow ones. Okay, and they're still double tipped. These are water-based. Okay, these are water-based. These you can use on your stamps. Our blends, which are these ones, which are kind of like the square ones, are alcohol-based. You cannot use those on your stamps. Do not use those on your stamps, please. Or you'll be buying new stamps. Yeah, so that's the difference. Okay? So you can add 2 color families of Stampin' Write markers to your starter kit if you want. And a stamp set. I think there's a stamp set that goes with that too. Or you can pick extra product. I think it's like $41. All right. That's it. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next week. And if you think of anything you want me to show, let me know. I'm always up for hearing good ideas. All right. Thanks, friends. We'll chat soon. See ya.